Once upon a time, there was a young woman named Sarah who struggled with a complex. It was a deep-seated fear of failure, which had haunted her for as long as she could remember. No matter how hard she tried, Sarah always felt like she was falling short, never quite measuring up to the high standards she had set for herself. Sarah had always been a high achiever, excelling in school and sports, and later in her career. She was ambitious and driven, always striving to do her best and to be the best. But no matter how successful she became, she could never shake the feeling that she was a fraud, that she didn't really deserve her accomplishments. As the years went by, Sarah's fear of failure only grew stronger. She became more and more anxious, constantly second-guessing herself and doubting her abilities. She began to avoid taking risks, afraid that she would fail and be exposed as a fraud. It wasn't until Sarah started therapy that she began to understand the roots of her fear. She learned that it stemmed from her childhood, from the constant pressure she had felt to succeed and the harsh criticism she had received when she fell short. Her parents had meant well, but their high expectations had left her feeling like she could never measure up. With the help of her therapist, Sarah began to challenge her negative thoughts and beliefs. She learned to recognize the signs of her anxiety and to practice self-compassion. She started to take small risks, pushing herself out of her comfort zone and learning to tolerate the discomfort of uncertainty. It was a slow and often difficult process, but over time, Sarah began to feel more confident and self-assured. She realized that her fear of failure didn't have to define her, that she was more than her accomplishments or her mistakes. One day, Sarah was presented with an opportunity that she knew would be a real challenge. It was a project at work that would require her to take on a leadership role, to work with a team of people she didn't know well, and to navigate a complex set of tasks and deadlines. At first, Sarah was hesitant. She felt the familiar pull of her fear, urging her to back away and to avoid the risk of failure. But then she remembered all the hard work she had done in therapy, all the progress she had made in learning to face her fears and to trust herself. With a deep breath, Sarah took the leap. She dove into the project, working tirelessly to bring the team together and to tackle the challenges that lay ahead. She made mistakes along the way, of course, but she didn't let them define her. Instead, she used them as opportunities to learn and to grow. In the end, the project was a success. Sarah had led her team to victory, and she had proven to herself that she was capable of more than she had ever thought possible. As she looked back on the experience, she realized that her fear of failure had been a powerful motivator, driving her to work harder and to strive for excellence. But she also knew that she didn't have to be afraid anymore. She had faced her fear head-on, and she had emerged stronger and more resilient than ever before. She knew that there would be more challenges and more opportunities to fail in the future, but she was ready for them. She had the courage to try, and the strength to pick herself up and try again.